I'm not even going to bother with a proper introduction. I'm here to talk about the human centipede. Here's the basic plot, folks. Mad scientist who specializes in separation of conjoined twins decides he's going to reverse the process and make a conjoined triplet into a human centipede. Now, anybody who's ever seen the trailer for the human centipede, let me pause. Let that sink in. The human centipede. Okay. Now, anybody who's seen the trailer knows what the deal is about. The basic thing is, the basic promise of this film is we're gonna show you this mad doctor pull off a surgery that connects 3 people ass to mouth. That's right. Ass to mouth. The promise of plot is not there. Hell, even the first 30 minutes of building to the surgery, you can tell there's going to be some issues with your main female leads who can't act very well, who come off as your stereotypical teenagers from your everyday grade B slasher schlockfest, to the mad doctor who pretty much shows up because the guy couldn't get Udo Kier. No offense to Udo Kier, the actor of this. And it's not very well written and not very well acted. And visually, it's not even impressive. Where do I begin? I mean, we already went through the basic intro. 2 girls on vacation in Germany try to find this nightclub. They get lost. They find the mad scientist's house. They get drugged. They're held against their will. They find another tourist is captured. It's a Japanese tourist, and one girl tries to escape. She gets away from the doctor for a good minute. Then she tries to go back, get her friend, drag her friend out of the house, then gets caught, and then the surgery happens. I just summed up the first 30 minutes of the film in 10 seconds. That's it. And then the surgery happens. And we're not even really treated to anything spectacular. It's more along the lines of, it's suggested that this guy actually pulls out the woman's teeth. Ooh. Oh, we see somebody's, butt cheeks removed, ass cheeks removed to create the skin graft to get somebody's, mouth connected to the ass, much like this. That's your surgery scene. And of course you have the typical mad scientist point of view, or the camera looking into the scientist's eyes as he's all intense, but other than that, And then, after the surgery is done, we're actually treated to the big payoff of waiting 30 to 40 minutes for. And let's look at this again. Fail. When your movie is called The Human Centipede, your trailer shows, the doctor talking about connecting 3 people, 2 of them ass to mouth, to make one digestive tract. And this is what we get? Really? And that's what we see throughout the entire film. We don't see the bandages come off. We don't see, the actual surgery, what it's supposed to look like. We just see the bandages covering them, protecting the viewer from the horrible, horrible visuals. Now, some people would argue that it's scarier and more disturbing to suggest. In this situation, no, it is not. Because again, the main build-up was that grotesque visual. But I digress. That's not the main fault of the film. Because even at that point, I'm thinking, okay, big whoop. It's at this point where it gets to the point where everything just goes, everybody turns stupid all of a sudden at the end of the film. It was bad. It was badly written. I mean, let's face it, they managed to escape for a good 5 minutes after the Japanese dude stabs the doctor in the leg and bites part of his throat off, clean off. So the doctor ends up crawling after them. They get into this room with a big window where they can be seen. And the Japanese dude, he's got this big old light, and he's trying to break the window open. And he manages to crack the window with this huge, heavy, blunt object. And then the doctor comes up with a scalpel between his teeth, much like this. And instead of taking that light post and cracking the doctor's skull open like, an intelligent person would have, he puts down the light post, puts down the lamp, and picks up a glass shard about this big. And you're thinking for a second, oh, wait a minute. This is going to be a close quarters knife fight situation. This is going to get ugly. Oh, finally some payoff. And right as they're getting ready to start swinging on each other, the Japanese dude stops, goes on to this whole rant about how pathetic he is and how much lower than an insect he is for abandoning his family or whatnot, and just opens his own throat right there. Seriously, that's it. And then the doctor runs away. The cops spend about 5 to 10 minutes banging on the door saying they have a warrant. And then they finally bust the door down. They split up. One cop finds the two survivors. The other cop goes to look for the doctor, who's lying on the floor against the wall, away from any form of entrance. The cop goes looking for his partner, finds his partner dead in the pool, with the scientist pointing the gun at the other cop. The cop takes a couple shots in the gut after almost like a clear minute of staring at the doctor and the doctor staring back. And then the doctor gets shot in the head. Oh my God, spoiler, sorry. And then at the end of the film, the hind end of the centipede dies from complications of surgery, and you see the girl crying and screaming into the dead dude's anus.